Hey, Australia's psychic cowgirl, Tonia Reeves, coming at you from our property here in Sunday Creek. If we don't get blown away, we'll be doing well. But anyway, I just decided to bite the bullet because it's so beautiful here at the moment. We're just getting a really great weather and it's nice and green outside. So as much as I'm in the shadow, which from a professional point of view is not great for video, but you don't need to see my face, you know what I look like anyway. So yeah, I thought we'll get the background happening so we can have a really nice backdrop. And as Dave, the producer, said, it's like a painting behind me. So within a few months, it'll be dried off and nice and yellow. So we're enjoying the green. We've been getting a little bit of rain, still need a lot more. And yeah, we're getting the sun. So we're pretty happy with the sun. So I hope you've had a great week. It's still been a little bit up and down as in energetically at the moment, although we're into a new month, which is exciting. So for us here in Australia, it's going into spring, which is a time of energy. People are feeling the push to declutter, to move. You know, the movements is a sign of spring, that you're feeling a bit more energized. For us over here, it's earlier mornings with the light. You know, it's light a lot earlier. And we will have daylight savings this weekend. So for us, that means lighter nights as well. So for us, it's a longer days, but for those that work and appreciate having the daylight after work when they get home, it's pretty cool. And yeah, I find it really great. So it's a great time to get stuff done. So yeah, I hope you're all hanging in there with all this stuff that's been going on. I thought I'd just touch on a post that I put on my page a couple of days ago in regards to some questions and some, you know, getting you to dig a little bit deeper. So for those of you at the moment that are going through that bit of an inner turmoil, that just aren't quite sure where you need to be going, you're getting the signs, but you're not sure of it, go and have a check out. There's about, I think it's about 15 questions. I'm just trying to see if I can bring it up here. And these are things that it's great to sit down and have half an hour to fill them out. And they're a great one. Another great friend, Lynette, who's also a psychic and a medium, was saying, you know, we need to review this often. And it really stuck in my mind because quite often our plans and aspirations 5 years ago aren't relevant now. And with the way that the current energies are, it might not even be relevant from 2 years ago. So, yeah, review it, have a look at the question and really take time to create the answers and dig a little bit deeper. So it is about, at the moment, for those of you that are still in that struggle situation, identify what are your limiting beliefs. So what are things that you have beliefs about that you've had for many years that maybe you could do with reviewing, changing, you know, just more or less, if it's not serving, it's time to let it go. Because, you know, the biggest sign that we have is if we don't change, we can't make the changes and things won't change around us. So we have to commit to saying, I'm going to have a change and I'm going to make the changes within my life so that I can bring about, you know, all that I need to help me prosper and grow and get the insights and the guidance, because you are, believe you me, spirit will guide you along the way. So you're getting the signs, even for those that say to me, I don't get the signs. You do, you're just not, you know, you're maybe not taking note, or you're expecting the signs to be different. Now, this can be really common, is we have in our head what we think the signs need to be, and in actual fact, spirit are giving it to you in a different way. So be open to any signs, because for everyone it's different, but that they will all be relevant. And also another point with the list of questions that I've got there is that some ways to step outside your comfort zone. So for many of us, we're getting, you know, to that time of the year, we're getting into the Christmas zone. We need to push ourselves out of our comfort zone, do something challenging. It might be to go and learn something that you're scared to learn, or go and join a group that do something that you don't feel you're very good at. So just don't forget to be open to expanding, you know, and expansion as humans is massive. So that's where you see a lot of those that really step up into their power. They'll be doing a lot of education. They'll be doing a lot of connecting with those that they can learn a lot from, to evolve and grow, we need to align with people that can help us. And we are a race of being interconnected, so it's really important. And I know with Tonia, my show this morning, we got to connect with some amazing group of, like-minded souls. I connected with so many mediums and psychics and just, your everyday people that just wanting a little bit of guidance and clarity. And the way Tony and I do it is more on the human side of it, not necessarily readings. We just connect with the information and share our experiences. So don't be afraid to ask. If someone's doing what you want to do, go and ask them. Go and say, hey, how did you get to do that? How does it work for you? Because you'll be surprised at how people love to share. And I know I'm one like that. I have a lot of mediums contact me and say, as example here on the radio, what does it do for you? How does it work in with what you do? So, I often will take time to respond to that and encourage everyone to stand in your power, step outside your comfort zone, and really embrace the uniqueness of you. And that's where we're so lucky now with the internet. We can do that and share it worldwide. All right, my first caller, I've got Michelle. Dave doesn't have to pronounce how to say the name for a change. From Australia, Chillingham, New South Wales. Michelle, how are you?
Well, thanks. How are you?
Good. How unusual to hear an Aussie accent. I love it. That's so cool.
A shrimp on the barbie.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. We had someone comment this morning when Tony and I were doing my show, because we're both Aussies, and they go, that accent is crazy. And I'm like, we don't think we have an accent. We think you guys have the cool accent over in America.
Exactly right. That's so true, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. So what's happening for you, Michelle? Did you want me to focus on something specific for you or somebody that's passed over?
Just in general, I guess I just want to, I've been on my own for a while now. I'm just wondering if there's anyone out there for me and how my kids are doing.
Okay. Yeah, so basically family. There's something around. Now, you're not one to give up. How can we say it? What they're showing. This is quite funny, the way that they're bringing it to me. There's something around about not being prepared to give up what you have already, which is great. So it's like I feel like when I connect with you, I'm independent and I want somebody like-minded, and you're not just going to settle for somebody that might fit. It's almost like they're going to come along and there'll be a strong fit. So it's almost like for you, when you meet this person that will be stepping in, you're going to know. There'll be no question around, are they not? It's just like, yep, I know that they fit, because you're very straight down the line and you're very much like, it is what it is and it ain't what it ain't. And this partner stepping in will be the same. I do want to say, I feel like, and I know you're in New South Wales, so I actually know, Australia a bit, but I feel like I'm connecting with somebody who's either over the border or in another state, but I don't feel like it's that far away from you. So is where you are not far from the border in New South, or?
Yeah, it is actually like 9 k's from over the border. Yeah.
Yay, cool. Yeah. Okay. So this person that you, because I'm like going, they're interstate, then I'm thinking, how's that going to work? But it's like, no, that Spirit said that they will be from the other state. So if you're not going out of your way to connect with others, you need to be, because there is somebody there, and I don't feel like it's almost like we just need you to be in that mode of, I'm going to get myself out there and start to do different things, a bit like I explained earlier, put myself into doing things. And I feel like I want to say with you, there's something around a hobby or something you do that you haven't been doing for a while, but I want you to get your head back into it because it's something you love to do.
Yep. Okay.
I feel like I'm connecting with animals. So I've got horses, and I just feel like I'm doing something that I love to do, and that's opening the door to meeting new people.
I used to ride horses a long time ago. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, there's something, I felt like I was doing that. So I don't know whether, if you're not necessarily wanting to ride again, just connecting with others that are in that what do you call it, that environment. But I want to step into something that, yeah, that you love to do, because it's almost like that's going to be renewal for you. There's something around with family. Everything's in alignment, I feel, with family now. It's time for you to do your stuff. So I feel like you've had a change, especially this year, and you're actually now able to move more into doing what you want to do. It's like everyone's kind of sorted. So I want to going back to your question around family. I feel like everyone's kind of on their little path. There's a reference to one of the children still finding their feet a little bit, but it's like that particular child, I didn't want to go to boys here, but I'm feeling like I'm referring to a girl, hasn't just quite 100% got where they're at. But it's kind of like that's okay, because it's where they need to be.
Okay. Oh, that makes sense.
It's a little bit like they've got a few things that they're going to do that might not be their big picture, but it's almost like I want to say to you, tell them don't worry about it, just go with the flow, because it's almost like they'll be doing a few different things that'll help give them the tools to then step into what they need to, their I suppose, what their path is. I feel like there's a reference to there is a big picture, and for her not to feel like that's lost. It's like she's just doing a bit of, it's almost like I feel with her, I'm getting to the same destination, but I'm doing it differently to what she may think. So just tell her that and say it's all cool. She's not off track. It's just where she needs to be right now.
Okay, for sure.
Yep. Yeah. So, but definitely for you, we want you connecting in with having fun. And it's like, I feel like you're ready, or it's like what they're showing me is you've had this push for the last few months to do something different.
Yeah, I just want to get out of the rut that I've got into, because I've been raising the kids on my own for 7 years, and now it's sort of like they're 14 and 15. So now I'm sort of like, okay, well, maybe now it's starting to become my time, I guess.
Yeah, it is. And that's what I feel like. And it's like the kids are, I feel like they're sorted. So I don't feel like there's really, it's almost like they're quite evolved children for their age. So it's like you've done a great job in obviously the reason they're like that is because of your direct impact. So well done for that. But it's like, let's broaden your horizons now. And it's almost like you're going to encourage the kids by doing that.
Yeah. So I work 5 days a week as an assistant in the nursing home. So it's hard to get out and do stuff. Yeah.
Yeah. But it's like, like at the end of the week, sometimes they're like, I'm tired, I just want to sit on the couch, or I can't be bothered. I want to say to you, come on, get out there. And it's the perfect time of year now in the spring. We're starting to get that better weather. So it's like, let's get you out there, because there's somebody that will step up for you, but you just, because you're doing the same thing, and I'm in going to the same places, I need to spread that out.
Yeah, for sure. That makes sense.
And I feel like there's something where they're showing me you've had signs that somebody's going to come along. So it's almost like I feel like I want to say trust that, because it's like you've had a gut feeling on a connection, and you've been shown that for a reason. So keep the faith with that.
Yep, I will.
That's pretty cool. And you're actually quite well guided. So I want to connect to a male in spirit around you who's like showing me that he steps in for you. And I feel like there's a country reference to him.
Yep. Okay.
So, yeah. It's like
that makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's like he's just acknowledging that he steps up for you. And it's almost like I feel like I've got his frank guidance. So it's like I feel like he was very straight up and down, a bit like yourself. And it's like, come on, just try to get out there. It's like very straightforward and very much, go on, go and do it.
Okay. Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah. So you're heading in the right direction. Trust the guidance, and you've got this. And I'd love to hear, I feel like you're going to build momentum with this, stepping outside your comfort zone this year. And it's almost like we're getting towards the end of the year or early next year when this meeting will take place. So it's through somebody that you know and getting out there doing things that are fun.
Yep. Okay.
And get back on the horses. I feel like the horses are relevant.
Yep. Okay, that's great. Because, yeah, I've been riding horses for a long time, but I haven't for a while either. So, yeah.
Yeah, that's right. That's what was funny. That
Yeah.
was kind of what I was showing them. I'm often, because I connect with horses a lot and those that ride, sometimes I get it's an interpretation if it's not necessarily that somebody does that. But for you, I really got strongly, there's the horses, there's animals that's connecting with others. And it's kind of like, you're in that right environment. So there's a lot of down-to-earth people that are connected with the horses, and that's where you'll go, yep, that's me.
Yeah. Yeah. Sure. Yeah.
It's almost like
Thank you very much
connecting
for that.
my pleasure.
Yeah.
Connecting to your roots. You've got this.
Yep.
All right. Take care. Thank you so much for calling in.
Thank you. Thank you for
Bye,
that.
Michelle.
Bye.
Okay, my next caller, Lisa in Minnesota, USA. Lisa, how are you?
Good. How are you?
Really good. I love having two different accents on the one show. How cool is that?
It's so cool.
Yeah. So what can I help you with, Maria, today so I can fit in the time?
I'm really I'm doing genealogy stuff, and I've been trying to figure out what my Native American grandmother's first name was.
Yep.
She definitely, the story is that when the Spanish came, she ended up with a Spanish man. The story is that she was kidnapped by a Spanish guy named Conrado. And so I guess I'm just trying to figure out what her first name was so I could see if I could find her on a census, or so I can add her to the family tree with the correct name, or I guess fill in the blanks is really what I'm trying to do.
Yeah. There's something around, because I feel like getting specific with names, because it's an unusual name, is a tricky one. But it's like I've put two names together for her. So I feel like as you were giving me that info, I'm like, I've got a name that's almost two names made into one name. So I feel like I want to go with her being quite a unique name. And whether that's because there's a mixture of two aspects, as in two, how can I put this? It's almost like I've got the coming together of two different cultures or different even tribes, if we're going back to that level, but we've been incorporated two together. So I just want to say that's what they're showing me. Also, because I had to be quick because they're giving it to me really quick. Where you're looking, there's something missing. I want to say where your search is, I want to go to the opposite direction. So it's almost like location-wise, there's something around, you're looking at a certain place, but they're showing me it's not quite the right place. And I want to jump a couple of states, or there's something around moving two over. So I'm not sure where that fits, right? But there's this relevance there. I am shown you'll find this out. It's like, and I do want to say it's around the timing of it is going to be relevant. So it's almost like it's being held away from you at the moment because there's something around when this does come out, the timing will be very relevant. So I feel like when you get the answer here, you're going to find out even more things. And it's like they're showing me there's dates and things that are specific. So I feel like I want to go to November, which is only next month, but there's some relevance to November.
Perfect. That's great.
Yeah. So don't give up. It's like you're going to get there, and I almost feel like intuitively you know this, so you've had the signs, and Spirit is showing me you've undug things that other people would have absolutely not been able to do. So it's like that what you've discovered is because of your sheer determination and you know that whole attitude of I'm not giving up on this. I know it's like I'm a dog with a bone. I've got the bone. I'm not giving up on it, and it's really cool because that's what's going to get you there. And there'll be so much uncovering with this. I feel like you've uncovered a lot already, and for you personally, going back into this is putting the pieces of the puzzle together. So there's some reference to her. It's almost like she is around guiding you. So it's like she's going to help you regardless, but This is going to put
Yeah.
things, I feel like for you, I've got lots of talents and things that I can't quite work out where they fit, and this will be the piece of the puzzle that you'll go, I get that now.
Oh, okay. Wonderful. That's such good news.
Yeah. So, yeah, you'll really uncover a lot of things that I feel like you'll look at your life and there'll be parallels, and you'll go, oh, that's why, you know, even though we're talking different generations, there's something around following a similar path.
Hello?
Hello? I can hear you. Can you not hear me? Yeah, that's interesting. Might have dropped out. But I'm going to continue that. So it's following a similar path. There's something you will uncover around this that will be in alignment with your life. So I'm not sure if I've still got you there, Lisa, but I'll continue this because then you can listen in. So Lisa, for whatever you missed there, you can re-look at this show and see what I've spoken about. But there's a parallel with this relative's life to yours.
Okay.
Okay, there's something around, I want to say, with you, there's been some kind of upheaval, or I feel like I'm going back a few years, but there was a big shift and change for you where you totally swapped paths.
Where I what? I'm sorry.
No, that's all right. Where you've totally shifted path. Like you were on a path
Yes.
going, you know, like going along, and then you were thrown off that totally different path.
Yes. Was that like, are you saying like a couple years ago?
Yeah, I feel like I'm going back a bit. So I'm not talking recently. I'm talking like going back a bit.
Okay.
So,
Yeah,
but no, sorry, you go.
I'm not really sure what that referencing to for sure on that. I mean, a couple years ago, there was something where it like shifted me completely. My daughter ended up with some like mental health, like severe mental health stuff, where it affected her like physically.
Yep.
And so things have been really, really hard in that aspect. And she was doing really, really well. And then all of a sudden, just recently in the last few days, she's been struggling again severely. So things have kind of gotten...
Yeah, I don't feel that's necessarily what they're referring to. I feel like there's something as in that's happened within your life where there was a big shift, or it was like you were going along smoothly, then the shift came. But I do want to go back to your daughter because I totally relate. I've had the same with my daughter. So interesting that you've called in because I can understand that story. There's something around, all right, there's something around medication. Has she changed, or there's been a question mark around medication for her?
Not really. She's been on medication and she's been having the medication, and doing well with the medication for a good 8 months. She was completely free of symptoms and such like that. And she's still on that same medication, so I'm not really sure.
Just be open. Yeah, be open to it's almost like sometimes with the mental health we get different aspects that come through and we'll go great on something for a while and then we need to change that up. So, but I feel like she's got good help, or they're showing me she's with the right person that is open to the fact that we need to change medication. They're onto it.
Right. Yep.
So
yes. I'm open. I'm open to that. Go ahead.
Yeah. Can I ask how old your daughter is?
She's 17.
I was going to say 18. My daughter's the same age, so been through very similar. Yep.
Yes.
Yep.
Yes.
So my daughter was diagnosed with bipolar. Wow. Yeah. Well, my daughter's the same. She'll be 18 in March, and my daughter was diagnosed with bipolar back in June last year. So we've been on that.
Wow.
You know, things going good for a while and then not so good. So we've had to really work on different medication and different aspects that have helped her throughout the time, but it does tend to seem to be an evolving thing. So you just think you got something right, and then it'll shift up a gear, and then we had to change it. But getting the right help is really important. But I do want to say what Spirit has shown me is you've got somebody good that's looking out for your daughter. So that's half the battle.
Yeah. Is there anything that I can do in a healing aspect, I guess? Like, I kind of like am into like, I'd like to say that I'm not like obviously as strong as you in picking up things, but I am very intuitive and such like that. And I've kind of gotten like an idea that maybe I'm supposed to be trying crystals with her, like having her carry around crystals or for stress.
Absolutely.
Like
as many tools as you can impart for her will be great. And also she needs to be on board. So it's something I've learned with my daughter. Sometimes they're a bit resistant, but you just slowly work it. Oh, try this and try that, and they'll intuitively tap in. A lot of this is to the fact that they're very sensitive. So she's got that sensitivity, same as you. And this is the aspect of you connecting with your genealogy journey, is you're going to find a lot more aspects to you than what you're seeing now. You're going to open up a heap more. So it will be great. It'll be great for her too, because she's very talented as well. Yeah.
Yes. She's
inbox me. Further message me on my page, Australia's Psychic Cowgirl. I do have to go wrap it up now, but I would love to connect with you via message, because I can relate to what you're going through, and I think it's great when we get others that, you know, share the same story.
Yes. Thank you so much.
So
I really appreciate all of your help.
My pleasure, Lisa. Thank you for calling in. All right, I'm getting the wrap up now. Thank you, everybody, for listening, taking the time to call in. We really, really, really appreciate you. Love and blessings to you all. Tonia Reeves, Australia's Psychic Cowgirl, signing off. Woohoo!